just post and go. My authentic yapping self. Who's gonna do anything about it? It's very simple. As far as starting, just use what you have. YouTube really takes up time. Hey y'all, it's your girl SemiraJulia and welcome back to my channel. As you see from the title, we're talking about how YouTube has changed my life with less than 500 subscribers. Like, Semira, how did your life change with less than 500 subscribers on YouTube? Well, I'm going to start off by telling you the first way it changed. So, number one, it has given me a place to be my authentic yapping self. I'm a talker. I'm a chatter, and obviously I'm sitting here talking to a camera, but you all get to see the finished product of that. I feel like I'm talking to y'all. Like, even though I'm talking to a lens right now, I definitely will say that I can talk about anything and everything all day, and YouTube is a platform that just allows you to speak and talk about whatever, your opinions, your values, your day. And the fact that I can sit and do a makeup tutorial on one hand and then vlog about my life on another, I think it's just such a great platform, and it's giving me such an outlet to just chat my chatterbox self all the way out. The second thing I will say is that being on YouTube, even with less than 500 subscribers, has given me such a great opportunity to boost my confidence about posting online in general, and not just on YouTube. I feel like, you know, a lot of times, just as human nature, we think about what other people think. But now that I have like been on YouTube for a few years off and on, I will say that I'm not afraid to post anything. And when I say that, I mean, like, if I have a picture and I'm not too sure about it, I really don't care about what anybody has to think or anybody's opinions, because people are going to have opinions regardless. But it's like, who's going to do anything about it? I feel like YouTube just allows you to post and get whatever reaction you're going to get, but there's no fear in it, you know? And I feel like every time I post, I get more confident in front of the camera. I get more excited to be chatting and talking. And I feel like recently, since I've been creating content a little more consistently, that my confidence online has shot through the roof. I feel like I'm overall like a very confident person in person, so that really didn't change. But I think that there's always been a level of anxiety, like when posting online, just because you never know the reactions you are or aren't gonna get. Now I just post and go. Like, I post, and if people love my content, they love it. If they hate it, they hate it. And if they're somewhere in between, I'm grateful for all of it nonetheless. Number three, the third way it has changed my life is, honestly, it's a creative outlet. I think that when people think of the arts, they think of, you know, physical mediums, and if not that, they think of dance, they think of sewing, or like things of that nature. But if you've ever edited before, or even if you haven't, editing is such a creative process for me, and just coming up with concepts for videos is a creative process. I think that a lot of times people wonder why their favorite YouTubers may not be posting or whatever, and sometimes you have creative blocks, if we're going to be honest. I think that people don't recognize this medium as much as a creative outlet or like the arts. If you see like some of your favorite YouTubers, whether they're paying somebody to do it, whether they're doing it themselves, editing, I feel like it's just such a relaxing process, and it's such a creative process to achieve the outcome that you're looking for. And trying new editing skills and trying new things, I think it's just like an overall fun process. When I can't use that creative energy elsewhere in my life, I can go to YouTube for it. The fourth way is, YouTube is really a hobby for me, and I know what you're probably thinking, this probably goes hand in hand with the creative outlet, but outside of that, YouTube really takes up time, like editing, filming, all of that, where I could be just watching TV or doing other things. Like, I want to create content. And of course, I want it to be enjoyable for you all, but it's definitely a skill that I'm trying to master overall, and not just like in a creative space. And it's a hobby that you don't need 10, 100,000 subscribers for. You just need just like to get started, and once you start, like, I started on my cell phone, simplest day, iPhone vibes. Like, the very first video on my page was filmed on an iPhone, and the first few videos were filmed on an iPhone. Like, it's very simple as far as starting. Just use what you have and keep it pushing. But I will say it's a hobby and it takes time. Like, I could be editing a video for 2 days straight, just trying to like get it, like focus all my time and attention. If you've ever played The Sims before, and if you don't know what The Sims are, I'm sure there's plenty of YouTube videos of like Sim stories and stuff. But the way you can get sucked in on Sims is the same type of time and attention you can get sucked in on YouTube. And I think YouTube is such a cool space because it's like, not only is it a hobby on your end, it's also a hobby when it comes to researching and seeing other people's content. So it's like you're consuming content, you're creating content, and it takes up a lot of time and attention. For some people, it's a hobby. For others, it ends up becoming a full-time job. But regardless, either way you do it, it's gonna be like a crazy experience just to be a part of. Like, I think to be a part of the YouTube platform, and whether you are somebody who watches videos, whether you're somebody who creates videos, it's such an experience. So the next way that YouTube has changed my life with less than 500 subscribers is the fact that I can literally see my growth as a person, how I've evolved. And it's a platform that I can do that with, whether I have, once again, like 1 million subscribers or 0. I think it's just so wonderful to see not only growth in like maturity, but like physical growth, how I'm aging, and just to see like where I came from to where I am now as far as my content. I think it's just so wonderful that I can see my growth as a person, as a human on this platform by just recording, by getting in front of the camera, record. And it doesn't matter who's watching, it's like I'm watching. Like, my first video, I believe, was in 2020. I was 21. I wasn't even 21 then. I was 20, about to be 21. And now I'm 25 years old on this platform. So I think it's just wonderful that it's a space where you can see your life and see who you are and your passions evolve and grow. And so I'm grateful for YouTube for that, and that's how it also has changed my life, and I can see growth in like real time. I feel like I can't talk about how 500 subscribers changed my life without discussing my YouTube journey. So starting off, my very first video on this channel was filmed in 2020, I believe, and it was during the pandemic. It was for an event planning class, and I love being in front of the camera. And I wasn't even doing a lot of talking in that video, but we were discussing dating at Howard University when I was attending there. I graduated from there, so yeah. But after that, it was just like such a fun, like I said, hobby to do. I mean, I was in the house during the pandemic, and then I love to travel. I love makeup. I love hair. I love all of it. So it was one of those things where it just felt natural to get in front of a camera and just film. I mean, I feel like I'm doing these things anyway without a camera in front of my face, but to share like my experiences with my subscribers, and even for people who aren't subscribers and just looking for something specific to watch, you know, it's just been such a pleasure and such an honor to be able to like share my life on a platform and develop a community of people who want to see my content and support me and show love. I think it's just such a wonderful experience. I started off on an iPhone, and then I bought one camera, and then I bought another camera, and now I'm in a space where ultimately, like the beginning of this year, I was like, I'm going to take my content seriously, and I'm going to create content consistently. That's a lot of C's, but I decided to do that, and I just feel like in the midst of me doing that, I'm just seeing my growth in like such a short, compact period of time. Like, we're in June right now, and I really started to take my content seriously, I guess you could say, like in January. So in these last like 6 months, it's just like crazy to see how my editing skills improved, and how, you know, me as a person has evolved and developed, and where I am in life has just like really changed. But I'm grateful for it all. And yes, like that's that's the YouTube journey, and I can't wait to continue. Whether I get 1 subscriber tomorrow and I never get any subscribers ever again, I'm thankful, you know, for the community I have developed thus far and who have supported me. I think numbers on YouTube, a lot of people want to get to it because I think a lot of people want to just be content creators, which is wonderful. And I know a lot of people want to create a living and a career out of it. And I get that and I respect it, but I really do YouTube because I enjoy it. As cliche as it sounds, I know I'm not the only person who says that in the world, but like, I love YouTube. I love being in front of the camera and I love chit-chatting with y'all, and you know, it's just enjoyable. So thank you for watching this video. Please like, comment, subscribe. Hey, hello. Subscribe to your girl SemiraJulia if you haven't already. And I will see you for sure in the next video.